presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Dante DiVincenzo gives his mask to Josh Hart. DiVincenzo's got a broken nose. Hart says take it back. DiVincenzo played well as he had 21 points, but it was all Knicks. They had great balance. Karl Anthony Towns, 15 and 11 for him. I should say 15 and 10 for him. And the Knicks now 5-0 at home as they blow out Minnesota 137-114. Great to have you with us here. What a dominant win for the Knicks. Bill Pito along with Wally Zerbiak. Yes, it's early. But the Knicks are now 5-0 at home. It's their best home start since the 12-13 season. Minnesota, back-to-back trips to the conference finals here. What to you is the significance of this win? Yes, it's early November, but very impressive.
It's a huge win. It really is. I think what it really does, and there was extra emotion, there was extra energy in the building, it shows you how good this team is, how good this team is going to be, and how good this team is getting to be. And that's a process that Mike Brown has set that he wants to do with this team. And playing an elite team that's playing good basketball in the Minnesota Timberwolves, they come into your building and you blow them out in the second half. That's what championship contenders do. And that's what the Knicks are. You can see what this team's capable of. We saw it in the second half. Jalen Brunson was outstanding. OG Anunoby was outstanding. Karl Anthony Towns is really finding his stride. It's just very exciting the way Mike Brown is implementing his system, and these guys are absorbing it.
Great balance for the Knicks again. 6 players in double figures. That's been the case the last handful of games. Julius Randle only 8 points last year when he played here as a member of Minnesota. Tonight he had 32. I mentioned DiVincenzo had 21, but it was the Knicks won in the second half. They outscored Minnesota in that second half by 27 points.
That's what you do when you are great. You make adjustments in that halftime locker room and you come out in the third quarter and you do not take any mercy on your opponent. And this is just no opponent. This is a Western Conference Finals team coming in for their only trip to the world's most famous arena. You know they had this game circled. You know Julius Randle brought it, and so did Dante DiVincenzo. But the Knicks were not having them getting a win. No way are you coming on my floor and our floor and getting a win at the world's most famous arena. And that was impressive by Jalen Brunson and company. Jalen struggled a little bit in the first half, 3 for 9, only 7 points. In the second half and third quarter, what greatness does is they show up and they bring it. And that's what the whole entire Knicks team did, led by their captain. Jalen Brunson was outstanding. Josh Hart was outstanding. That is a big-time character win for the Knicks.
Both teams made 19 threes. How about the rebounding differential? It's not on the board there, but look at points in the paint. 62 for the Knicks, 40 for Minnesota. The Knicks outboarded Minnesota, Wally, 50-31. Second chance points. The Knicks 31, Minnesota 14. They won the game on the boards.
Well,
that's
that's all effort. And this Knicks team is playing hard for their new coaching staff. They're getting after it defensively. The numbers are good. They're getting after it on the boards. They're getting to the free throw line. They're feeding off this crowd. I mean, when you're playing in front of the 20,000 of the best fans in the world every single night, the effort is 100% there, and all those controllable parts of the stat sheet that Mike Brown likes to talk about. We want to win the effort plays. We want to win all the plays that matter. They're doing them.
All right, Wally. Monica McNutt has always helped call the game on the radio on ESPN New York. Monica, 137 points for the Knicks, a season high. That offense, especially in the second half, was absolutely fantastic.
53 points from the bench. Yes, sign me up. What are these other numbers here? 45% from the three-point line and 54% overall. Sign me up, 100%. And you know what? I actually thought it was interesting. Pat and I were talking about this post-game. The Knicks got up 102 shots compared to 83 shots for the Minnesota Timberwolves, because I thought, guys, from the eye test, and this is without looking at the statistic that creates pace in the NBA, for the eye test, I thought this was one of the Knicks' slower-paced games. It was deliberate. They clearly were tremendously successful with it. So it's good to see that there is a variety of ways that this team could go about getting wins.
Yeah, this team has shown us a lot. I was so impressed with this game, Monica, because You could tell there was a little extra in the air, don't you think? I mean, you were calling it from the radio booth, and the fans, there was just a little bit of amped up energy, and the players, you could tell their attention to detail. It was all there. There was a little extra adrenaline in the building tonight.
I would agree with you, Wally. I mean, these are both teams, the Knicks and the Wolves, teams that were in their conference semifinal opportunities last year. And so these are teams that come into this season with high expectations. I don't think anybody that has followed this team or is roots for the Knicks would second guess that this was probably one of the tougher tests that they've had this season. And so there was some anticipation of what is this team going to look like against a team that has the same level of intentions for this upcoming season.
Monica, we showed everyone the third quarter where the Knicks outscored Minnesota 40-28. Jalen Brunson in that third quarter scored 12 of his 23. Yeah. Also doing a great job now distributing the ball. He had 9 assists the last game against the Wizards. 10 assists tonight and 7 rebounds.
Yeah, I think that's a terrific sign. Again, we keep seeing all of these instances where the offense is settling in. And in the case of Jalen Brunson, just being able to, I love this pass. This was just a high percentage pass. And it was after that questionable start for the Knicks. They quickly turned it around, though. But we're seeing this team really find its spots within the system. Now, those are moves that we're accustomed to seeing from number 11, the captain, all year. But I thought that was a great screen by Mitchell Robinson, a little bit higher out in this system as well. But Jalen Brunson was just poised. And even though the start for him, the starts have been a little sluggish, ultimately, guys, his line gets back to what we consider to be sort of signature and efficient, almost 50% from the field, going 9 of 20. And then you mentioned the assist as well, Pito. So I'm really excited to see the way that this team is taking advantage of this opportunity to spend so much time here at home in the Garden.
Yeah, they're definitely taking advantage, Monica. And I got to compliment the players. The way they're adjusting to a new system so fast, and it looks like they're really enjoying playing this way. Honestly, it's fun to play this way. When the ball moves.
More movement, more pace.
More pace. As a player, that's all you want. If your coach is going to tell you, take threes, as many as you want. We need to get up at least 40. That's a big plus if you're a player. Play fast. You're going to get more easy points, more easy layups. That's going to help your percentages. And move the ball so everyone out there on the floor feels like they're a part of the offense, and it's not just ISO every time, walk it down the floor, and play 1 against 5 with 5 guys locked in on one guy. That's exactly what you want to do. So this team is completely adjusting at a high level to the new philosophy that Mike Brown is implementing.
Monica, I talked to OG Anunoby on the court after the game. That's his 4th straight game with at least 20. He had 25 points. He's all over the place again, and he seems to be scoring here more consistently, at least over the last 4 games. He's scoring a lot of points.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what, Peter?
It looks like he's completely bringing his game to new heights. Obviously, the defense is always there. Would have liked to have seen him throw that down, yes, Monica, but when you're starting to become a veteran player and you know you got to make it to the playoffs and maybe the finals, sometimes you want to save some energy and, you know, once in a while, just kind of keep a little reserve energy in the tank. So just get the 2 points. This is a team that's thriving on both ends of the floor, and OG is really benefiting from getting extra touches and extra looks.
Guys, how about Mitchell Robinson tonight? 16 minutes is all he played. He had 8 points, Monica. He had 10 rebounds, and he also, let's see, he blocked
3
shots. Yeah, 3 shots. He was all over making the most of his playing time for sure.
Again, I go back to the point, Pito and Wally, about the variety, right? Mitchell Robinson obviously has not been available in all 8 games now over the course of the season, but when he has been available, he does what he does well. He is an absolute star in his role as far as rebounding. And we know it's not just rebounding, although defensive rebounds are terrific, but he had 9 offensive boards. And overall tonight, the Knicks were able to cash in with 31 second chance points. And so you can bet that Robinson's presence was a huge part of that math. I'm just really excited for him to take care of his body. So far, the decision, as Mike Brown has said very candidly, to manage him has been working out well.
All right, Monica, we'll talk to you Sunday. Knicks off till Sunday. We'll host the Knicks on Sunday night. Enjoy the couple of days off, Monica. We will see you soon. By the way, Josh Hart, another great game off the bench with 18, and Deuce tonight had 14. Up next, the